Chicago's a very connected community. We all know each other.
He was always friendly. He was always happy. He was the kind of guy you wanted to be a friend with.
Norwood Park is on the northwest side, and it's a very quiet little neighborhood.
You talk to all the neighbors, they love him.
People trusted John Gacy.
The hit of the party. Everybody went to John Gacy. His avocation was playing Pogo the Clown.
That was taken in his living room in front of his curtains. I've taken the majority of the pictures you've seen of him. The clown pictures, that's all my stuff.
He would like to do the handcuff trick to show that he was also a magician.
He got a hold of my one hand, pulled it behind me, and I got a handcuff on it. And I'm like, whoa.
Why are people scared of clowns? Because of Gacy. Dressed up as a clown.
And he looked right at me and he says, you know, Dave, clowns can get away with murder.
John Gacy was the end of innocence in Chicago.
Bughouse Square became a big hustler area, the slowing of the car driving around.
They're young, they're good looking. Potentially, it is dangerous.
He knew what his rights were. That's why he put the bodies down in the crawl space.
It takes no effort at all to kill somebody that way. This was the disco days. People were cruising and hitchhiking, risky behavior.
He killed a number of employees.
I remember him saying, I'm working with this Mr. Gacy, and we're digging around his house, and he was working with other guys.
People were faulting the police. I think that was unwarranted criticism.
There just wasn't any coordination.
The entire investigation took 11 days.
S&M items were recovered, chains and handcuffs.
When we started the surveillance, we weren't really given any instructions other than to follow wherever you went.
We'd have some wild chases through Chicago and the suburbs. He decided he wanted to go bar hopping at 4 in the morning. I slid under a parked semi-trailer.
If Gacy comes out and tries to leave, shoot his tires out.
He described in detail all 33 murders.
He made admissions.
He looks up at me and says, were you in the crawl space? I says, why, John? He says, well, that's what the lime was for. And he said to cover the smell.
I went through the crawl space door. We started digging at number 19. I pulled an elbow out of the ground. We found a key fob that said Greg. In that grave, Greg Godzik was buried.
Maybe it was that John and my brother were digging their own graves.
In order for us to compare any of the individuals that were in the Gacy crawl space, we had to generate dental records.
He was a celebrity of sorts, and he enveloped that.
In the murderabilia world, everybody wants a Gacy letter.
Hi-ho, Scott.
Or a painting.
He thought to himself, if people want to come see me and talk to me or pay for my art, I'm going to go with it, and he did.
Me and Dennis Semenis here actually went and met John Wayne Gacy.
Puts his hands on my shoulders and starts squeezing my neck and stuff. I'm like, oh no, he's touching me.
The guards were charging to take a picture and give you the picture. Everybody was making money on Gacy.
Just like, is this really going, is this really happening?
He said, the only thing I did wrong was to operate a cemetery without a license.
Only the reporters could be there, and we were in a room waiting for the results of his demise.
From John Borowski, master true crime filmmaker of H.H. Holmes and serial killer culture, comes the definitive 8-part miniseries on serial killer John Wayne Gacy.
But the mother was adamant. She was not going to have her son in a psychiatric unit.
The one the media kept talking about being under the barbecue, but it wasn't under any barbecue. It was next to the driveway. People that like to argue, oh, well, there must be more victims somewhere. No, I don't think so.
See the Gacy story unlike it has ever been told before in this unprecedented 8-hour miniseries.
expletive.
The sheriff and I decided to reopen the Gacy case. We really couldn't think of a victim who more deserved another chance at identification than these boys.
Did you know that clowns can get away with murder?